What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Matthews and
Symone, and today we're back with another great tough calls. Dylan, tell them what calls we're making today.
Today we're making the tough call and we're comparing Dion Waiters and Isaiah Thomas. Which one is in a better position? Which one's in a worse position? Which one gonna get picked up first? They're both looking for a team right now. Okay.
Begging.
Okay,
so
let me on your team, please.
Tell me how Isaiah Thomas and Dion Waiters both got into the position that they're in right now.
Well, both happened through trades. Well, because of trades. Both happened because of trades. So with Isaiah Thomas, the Wizards won a 3-team trade, I believe, with the Knicks and with the Clippers. So basically, long story short, the Clippers got Marcus Morris and Isaiah Thomas through trades, and Marcus Morris stayed on the team. They actually wanted him. Isaiah Thomas got waived just a few hours later by the Clippers. Sad. Yeah, hate to see it for IT. So he's looking for a team. Dion Waiters, the Miami Heat traded for Andre Iguodala. They needed a roster spot, and well, what do you know? They booted him out to bring Andre in. So he's looking for a team. So long story short, that's how they got to both be on the streets begging right about now.
Looking for
a job.
Okay, so let me give y'all a little background on Isaiah Thomas' last 3 years. How he went from All-Star in 2017 to on the job market here in 2020.
On the boards.
So in February 2017, Isaiah Thomas was named an All-Star, 29 points per game.
Wow.
August 2017, traded from Boston to Cleveland.
Okay.
February 2018, traded from Cleveland to the Lakers.
Okay.
July 2018, signed with Denver.
Okay.
July 2019, signed with the Wizards.
Okay.
February 2020, traded from Washington to the Clippers.
Okay.
Hours later, February 2020, waived by the Clippers from All-Star in 2017 to on the streets looking for a team in 2020. Now, Dylan, give us a timeline on Dion Waiters. So how did he go from 4th overall pick to in the streets looking?
Well, he started off, he was drafted by Cleveland, spent a few years with Cleveland, then went to OKC, spent 2 years with OKC, and he's been in Miami ever since. So
in a great position at Miami.
In a great position in Miami, you know, has all the keys to succeed, and now with them having a great team, they were looking to Dion Waiters to be a part of what they got going on, and they're rebuilding, and they're actually, Miami bounced back quick from having Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and obviously LeBron James. They bounced back quick, they rebuilt coquick, and now Miami's actually a contender with Jimmy Butler, and you got good young pieces with Bam Adebayo, Chris Nunn, Tyler Hero, and Dion Waiters was supposed to be in that mix as well, in that fold as well, but he had a little edible on the plane, and that edible was a little too potent, and he had a little bit of a panic attack. Not really funny, but you brought it upon yourself. And it's just crazy to think that, you know, why you gotta eat an edible on the plane, on the team plane, really?
Maybe he didn't know.
I mean, even if you didn't know it was so strong, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Maybe he didn't know it was an edible. Maybe he thought it was just something edible and he ate it. So that's what brings me to Isaiah Thomas versus Dion. Isaiah's situation was really brought on by injuries. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mm-hmm. Dion is really just being
dumb.
I wasn't gonna say dumb.
Making poor decision making and poor judgment.
Complaining about he got not suspended. He got fined by the Heat, doing a lot, complaining about his playtime. Then the edible incident. Then he's gonna not show up for practice. The third time he got suspended, not showing up for practice, but was on Instagram later that day in the club, piping it up. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Dion, pipe it up on the court, not at the club. That was a good one. But so Isaiah Thomas, All-Star to looking for a team, but was inflicted by injury. Dion, overall 4th round pick to looking for a team, but by poor decision making. Isaiah Thomas, he he put his all. I feel like he put his all on the court. He played in big moments for the Celtics. Got traded away for Kyrie Irving, who didn't even stay long with the franchise. I feel like that has to hurt the most because you were traded for a man in such an ugly way. That man didn't even. I would feel like it was more justified. Like, okay, they traded him. He's their long-term decision. No. Kyrie Irving came through your spot and passed through your spot. They put no respect on Isaiah's spot. That has to hurt. And I feel like it hurts more for Isaiah to be in this position because, one, he put his heart out, didn't make any poor decisions like Dion did, nothing crazy or just making dumb decisions, and he was inflicted by injury. So yeah, I think and his averages are still there. He almost averaged 13 points per game. With Washington, a team could need those extra 13 points, especially late down in the stretch in the playoffs. Give me them 13 points coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Isaiah's not going to trip like Dion might. You're not taking a gamble with Isaiah, but injury. But to come off the bench and give you, his averages, a man is always going to give you his averages. That's why it's his average. You always bet that. You know what I'm saying?
Put that in the bank.
You know what I'm saying? And then some. So I feel like Isaiah Thomas, I wish him I'm not saying don't wish Dion luck, but if I had to, take a bet on somebody, I'm going to take my bet on Isaiah. Period. Pooh.
Boo. But I agree to an extent. Honestly, I haven't seen enough of Isaiah Thomas. I haven't seen enough of what he looked like. I know his averages are there. I think both players, Isaiah and Dion, have a good chance to get picked up. But unfortunately, I think Dion has a better chance. And I think Dion has a better chance.
Let me ask you though, would a team take a risk though? How many games did he play with the Heat this past season? 3 games. 3 games. You're looking at a man, you've seen his track record of, is he going to bring that same drama to my team? So I'm saying, like, Isaiah's never had any off-court drama. Yeah, he might pull something on the court.
And that's my exact
I was just playing. But what do you expect, from somebody? Like, it's 2020. Everybody injury prone these days.
Nah, but see, they don't want that. Especially, it'd be one thing if he was injury prone, but he's injury prone and he's at such small stature. I hate to boil it down to that, but I think that's what it comes down to for Isaiah Thomas. Yes, he can score. Yes, he can get you some buckets, but he's got a small stature. So not only is he a liability defensively, but you don't know what you're going to get offensively from him now. If he's just going to be an average backup point guard, he'll be a good average backup point guard, but I think a team will really need to be, and I hate to use this word, desperate to pick up Isaiah Thomas. I think there's a better chance for Dion because he hasn't done anything too crazy. Yes, he's done some not so smart things. Yes, he's had many lapses in judgment. But I think it's stuff, if he was in the right fit, maybe the right culture, maybe if he was in hear me out, he was in Miami. There's a lot to do in Miami. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe if he was in OKC or Indiana where it ain't really nothing to do with Sarah Corn.
Somebody like Dion is going to find the move. Period. He's going to find the move.
But I'm saying, now that he's going through this, now that he's been waived, now that he's begging for a team, looking for a team for an extended period of time, maybe if he goes to a team like OKC or Indiana, teams that can still use those pieces, or some other teams, maybe a Denver, maybe something like that, where there's not as much to do extracurricular-wise. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe if he's in the right fit, that he can get his act together. And he's a bigger body. He can put up numbers. Dion Waiters still goes crazy. He can shoot lights out. When Dion gets hot, he gets hot. He can handle the ball. And I think just the way the two players are built, I think at the end of the day, and I'm not saying it should be this way, but I think this favors Dion.
So could you see, little known fact about Dion, him and LeBron James have the same agent. Rich Paul, Richie Rich. Could that have anything to do with this Lakers buzz? Could he be begging LeBron, I'm gonna act right? LeBron has a tendency to rehab these players. J.R. Smith taking him under his wing.
Did that really work though?
So could you see Dion, Rich, and James, working something out with him in the Lakers?
I could see that. He would be another shooter LeBron could throw to. LeBron loves having his shooters. And he's somebody also, not only is he a shooter, he can go get his own shot, which is another piece that I think the Lakers need. The Lakers need somebody who can go out and get their own shot. They need somebody who can create points and take pressure off of either LeBron or AD, because in the playoffs, you got to think at least one of them is going to be on the court all throughout the game, either LeBron or AD. So they're going to need that other piece to be able to go get their shot. And right now, I don't really think they have that. KCP, average, more of just a corner shooter. Avery Bradley, the same.
Average.
Danny Green,
wow.
the same. I mean, not average, but I'm talking about when it comes to creating their own shot. All these guys I'm naming are more so corner shooters, not really guys who are bona fide. Give me the basketball, I'm gonna cross somebody up and go get a bucket all by myself. That can just go strictly ISO ball. I think they need a guy who can really create their own shot off the dribble, and I don't think they have that piece right now.
I'm gonna just finish off by saying the Lakers have a lot of good chemistry going on right now.
True.
You don't want to bring somebody in, big, a lot of personalities too, that's meshing very well. You don't want to bring somebody in, a little troublemaker, a little devil, and come in
LA.
Right, in LA,
Too much to do.
stir that pot up. So we gonna see what happens. That's our Tough Calls versus edition. And yeah, let's stay tuned for the rest of the season. And we saw what happened with Dwight and Melo. We spoke good favor into them. Melo,
look, both of them on our team.
balling out.
Exactly.
So maybe we gonna speak the same for Isaiah and Dion.
We wish them both the best. Hopefully y'all both get on the team and end up like Dwight and Melo.